Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Have you known that there will be a new mechanism, which is the pierce and resist mechanism? It will be applicable on the next update, and for Southeast Asia, it will be applicable on January 20th, 2025. This is a big update because this mechanism will impact on the calculation of damage and damage taken. So we have to understand it better because to upgrade the level of this mechanism, you only have limited resources because it will use your player card and rainbow card. So we need to understand it better to make some prioritize. So we will need to pick which one that you want to focus first. And I will try to explain it with numbers so it will be easier to understand. So let's go. So for the pierce and resistance mechanism, there are not only about penetration and damage reduction, there will also the magic one and also the elemental. But to make it to just to understand this, I will try to explain it on the physical, the penetration and damage reduction as the example. So for the damage reduce pierce, it will be for the attacker because the pierce will reduce the damage reduce of the enemy, but it is not a debuff. It is just to reduce the damage reduce on your calculation. So it will not works as a debuff just for the calculation. For example, when the enemy have 200% damage reduction and you have the maximum pierce which is 35%, the final damage reduction on your calculation will be dropped from 200% damage reduction to 130%. It will make your damage boost higher, but you need to account that there is also the penetration resistance on the defender, so it will reduce the attacker pen by certain percent only for your damage taken calculation. So for example, when the enemy have 100% penetration and you have the max level of percent resistance, the enemy penetration will be dropped from 100% to 65%. Then what is the difference? So before the patch, without the resistance and the penetration, the attacker pen and defender damage reduction will be the exact number before the new mechanism calculation, which is 100% pen minus 200% damage reduction. So the damage will be minus 100% for the defender. So the damage taken will be less, around 100%. And after the patch, the attacker pen and also defender damage reduce will goes down, and it will be 65% minus 130%, and it will be only minus 65%. So you will see that the gap between the attacker pen and the defender damage reduction before and after the patch is smaller. So we can infer that after this mechanism applies, the one that has the higher number will suffer more. But do not forget that there is a cap. So for the penetration cap, it will be 90% higher above the target damage reduction, and the damage reduction cap is 70% above the attacker pen. So if we use the same example before the patch and the gap is 100%, it will be adjusted only minus 70%. But if we use the after the patch mechanism, it is only 65%, which it doesn't touch the damage reduction cap, so the number is not changed. So for the information that I have explained, I think you can do your own calculation, just like what is the damage reduction that you want to set and you can assume what is the average penetration of your attacker, so you can formulate your damage reduction, and it is also applied to the attacker that you need to assume how much is the average damage reduction of the enemy and do this calculation so you can set how much spend that you need. As for the last information, but I think this one is kind of impossible, but I need to explain it, so it is just a matter of completeness. So the pierce and resistance does not work on the number below than 0. For example, the penetration is 0, the damage reduction is 60, and we try to use the calculation since whatever we want to calculate times by 0, it will be, the result will be also 0, and the formula cannot use negative number, so negative number will also result as 0. Okay, I think that's all. Thank you for watching and see you later.